For more on the SACP's fifth special National Congress, I'm joined then by political analyst Professor Sethulego Matebesi, who joins us now. Prof, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it. Let's just get into whether you believe really that the SACP, who's now said that they're not splintering the support of the ANC. Do you believe that?
Hi, good afternoon, Rabile, and good afternoon to the viewers. Well, I agree with the party when it says it's an independent organization, but perhaps they need to take South Africans into confidence to say why this time around. And coming back to your question, why would a decision like this not completely, what I would say, bury something that I strongly believe that it's already completely dead? I mean, if you look at the African National Congress, it is bleeding, and here you've got an ally which is there to support it in its time of needs. Now decides to go, the independent route. That will definitely have huge ramifications for the African National Congress and for the South African Communist Party.
Considering then how much support the SACP already garners, is there anything to fear? Not just for the ANC, but really just in the political realm as we head towards those local government elections in 2026?
No, not much. I mean, we had decisions like this during 2022. The South African Communist Party took a decision like this, and they backtrack on that. And one of the reasons was perhaps the mushrooming of political parties. But if you look at the fundamental issues that relate to local governance, it is the issue of service delivery. It is the issue of local governance. And the question is, what the SACP is doing, it's actually, once again, indicating perhaps that these alliance partners are unable to deal with these particular matters. That is the bread and butter issues of local governance. That in itself, for me, signals a sign that perhaps they are not happy with the status quo. And one will still want to see how the electorate will respond to this particular situation.
Yes, I mean, I certainly agree that it would be very interesting to see how the reaction then goes from here, because the ANC has previously, warned the SACP against making such a move as this one then. If you are then contesting, as the SACP says they ultimately are, I mean, is this a case of the ANC having shot itself in the foot and that's why they're here? Because, for example, there may be some that would say that actually the DA has garnered more respect from the ANC than some of the other alliance partners.
No, not at all. I mean, if you look at the composition and the outcome of the elections, and this is something that I've repeated over and over, you just have to look at the election results to see that the African National Congress had no choice. And I keep on posing the question to say, but parties like the South African Communist parties and the others, which have been blaming the African National Congress, should actually have come up with other tangible alternatives. And for me, without a democratic alliance, we can forget about talking about a government of national unity or whatever we refer to it. And that's where the problem is. And the DA knows that. So I don't think that the ANC necessarily respects the Democratic Alliance more than its alliance partners. But it's just that in politics, the current situation is conducive to the party being seen to be exploited. But I don't think that is the situation. But one never knows also what happens behind behind the scenes deliberations between the alliance partners. Maybe there is a sense that perhaps the ANC no longer respects these alliance partners, but that is something that I will not definitely put my cent on that particular issue.
Yeah, Prof, I mean, I was going to get into that issue. I mean, ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula on Monday already then said that there would be serious implications for the alliance based on the decision for them to contest the elections. Are these serious implications something that is already foretold, already something that we're already seeing, and that any decision made now by either party actually doesn't change anything?
No, definitely not. But I agree with what the Secretary General of the African National Congress have stated. And as I've also alluded to, I mean, once you've got such a key partner taking such a decision, what does it say about the ANC? What does it say about the dynamics within these alliance partners? And I often say this public bickering, because this is exactly what it's all about. Whether the South African Communist Party now backtracks yet again, the damage would have been done, because I've told you that the ANC, more than ever, needs all its alliance partners, including SANCO, now than ever, because of the potential contest we've already seen with what happened during the this year's general elections, and one don't know what to expect with the local government elections, and that for me will have dire consequences for a party like the African National Congress, and not so much for the South African Communist Party, because what do they have to lose except perhaps pressure on some of their members who are part of the government? But we've also heard that no action will be taken, or at least for now, their positions are not in danger.
I somehow sense that this is only the tip of the iceberg, Professor. So that means we'll probably be speaking to you very soon again on similar matters. Thank you so much for your time, though, this afternoon, joining us here on Newsfeed PM. Political analyst Professor Sethulego Matebesi joining us there. Now, more of the day's leading stories coming up in just a moment. Do stay with us.